Family Gaming. This is FFG Chronicles, and this FFG Chronicles is about pawning off the cost to you, which you probably know because you saw it in the title. So, hey, but you know what? We kind of got this little intro thing we've been doing for years, so we talk about it, and one of the things Teen Gamer and I discussed recently was like, hey, wait a minute, they know. They see what the title is, and it's like, well, yeah, okay, so great. So you might be like, what am I talking about pawning off the cost to you? I've been noticing a trend in the video game industry where more and more of these companies are trying to get you to pay for stuff and for you to fund their work, but you don't get any of the profits. So let me explain how business works with like video games. So if you're a company and you don't have the money to fund a product, you go and get investors. Investors invest in your product. Now, what an investor does is they give you money and they have an expectation in like a contract with what they give you of so much percentage of the profit. So they give you $100,000 and they say, okay, we estimate that your game is going to sell, I don't know, $500,000 worth, so $500,000, and we'll get, I don't know, something like 25% of the profit. So then they wind up turn their $100,000 into more money. Or maybe I should have used $1 million and said 20%. So let's go with that. Say $1 million. They expect, their expectation is you make $1 million sales, they get 20%, so they get $200,000. So they turn their $100,000 into $200,000. That's how investments work in business. And I've talked to plenty of small-time developers who explain, yeah, this is how it works for us. A few years back, Kickstarter, Indigo, I think it's Indigo, came up, and I know for certain about Kickstarter, and this really helped some of the small game developers who were like, hey, we need help funding our project, we just need $50,000, we just need $75,000, whatever it is they need to finish a project to get it out to market. And so gamers have been funding it, and you might get like, you get a copy of the game, maybe you get some swag. It isn't anything of real, a lot of times real, return value like the previous system of investments. What's bothered me is when these video game companies have decided they're going to use Kickstarter, they're going to use Indigo, and they're going to have you fund their game and they make all the profit. So they have zero investment into it. It doesn't cost them anything to make the game because you pay for it, and then they get all the profit in the back end. Now you might be like, well, yeah, they're going to give us free games. Okay, yeah, sure. They lose a couple of sales, but that's, very manageable for the fact that you invested, and you're not getting your investment back 9 times out of 10. I mean, I've seen a lot of Kickstarters. It's like, give us $100 and we'll give you a free copy of the game that's worth $50. So instead of you doubling your money, you're halving your money. You're getting it cut in half. I've also seen some of the companies do this with like the DLC. And they announce a game and give you all this wonderful glowing information in the press release about how great this game is going to be, and then when you get it, they're like EA with their paywalls, or Capcom just releasing a couple characters in Street Fighter V and then charging for other characters down the road. They're not giving you the full game anymore. They're giving you part of a game. They're putting less out there, and they're expecting the same amount of money, and then they expect even more money as they add a character or two. So I've been noticing more and more of the game companies are trying to pawn cost off on gamers and have gamers really, in essence, get messed over, in my opinion, by the how these video game companies are doing business now. And some people I've heard, I was talking to some people like, this is really unethical. And it's like, yeah, they are extremely greedy, especially when they have billions in the bank already, and then they're like, I don't want to pay for this, I want you to pay for it, and then I'm going to charge you through the nose for every little thing that happens. I'd like to hear from you, so please leave your comments and thoughts below, and I'd like to thank everyone for your likes, your donations, your subscriptions. Don't be a stranger. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.